Ever considered making money online? Want to know the difference between passive and active income? There's more than one way that you can earn that little bit of extra pocket money each month. Welcome to Mynificent. In today's video, we're focusing on how to set up passive income streams that make money while you sleep. Click that subscription button if you want to be smarter with money and learn all the things about getting rich. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Economics isn't everyone's strongest suit, and we get that. So let's get this whole passive versus active income thing out the way first. Essentially, you're paid active income whenever you perform a service for money. Think of the wage or salary you get for working a regular 9-to-5 job. The only problem here is that you have to actually work. Duh. Passive income is a completely different kettle of fish. After an initial period of time and work to set up, this revenue stream should in theory keep making you money with little to no upkeep on your end. Think stock appreciation, interest from term bank deposits, superannuation, that kind of thing. But as you can guess, these things all take time to gain value. We want that cash now. Number 1. Broadcast yourself. YouTube is a gold mine. Don't believe what you've heard. There is still plenty of hills for you to mine and make your fortune. Start off by creating quality content that follows a similar theme, or that focuses on a particular as-yet untapped niche of viewers. The idea is that after the initial time and effort creating your content, each video accumulates views for life. Views that translate into a commission you get paid by the YouTube advertisement scheme. On average, you'd expect to earn around $3 per 1,000 views, but this number can quintuple in value if you opt for targeted ads to suit your audience. The other way to make money here is to use your channel as a springboard for other side hustles. Things like affiliate links for any equipment you feature in the content, because if you're recommending it, you may as well get paid. You can go even further, creating online courses, ebooks, and other digital content that gets traffic as a result of your channel. But more on that later. Number 2. Influencer marketing. Do you have an Instagram, Pinterest, or TikTok account? How many subs and followers do you have? Here is where popularity can pay. You can make an income by promoting an affiliate product through your personal sponsored posts. The question is, how many followers do you need to be a successful influencer? The answer, which may surprise you, is not as many as you think. When we talk about making money on Instagram, for instance, you can be considered a nano-influencer if you have anywhere between 1,000 to 5,000 followers. That doesn't sound so impossible, right? But it isn't just about numbers. Your followers need to be engaged in your posts, and your account should have reach. It doesn't matter if you have 100,000 followers if they are not looking at your posts. This could turn your humble social media account into a veritable gold mine. If you think that you have potential to be an Instagram influencer, you can check out websites that calculate how much money your Instagram account would generate if you were to consider becoming an influencer. Number 3. Cryptocurrency staking. Now, cryptocurrency trading is a very new and very scary industry for the uninitiated. But with the rise of second and third generation blockchain platforms, new mechanisms exist to earn crypto rewards just for owning specific currencies. Similar to putting your money in a bank and earning interest, staking involves allocating your portfolio to a pool for a short defined period, often just a few days, to support the network. Rewards are paid after this period, and the process is repeated. On average, stakers can expect approximately 5% PA paid in the cryptocurrency they staked in. Cryptos that offer this option include Ethereum 2.0, Algorand, and Cardano. Number 4. What do you know? Think about something you are knowledgeable about, or that your friends and family continuously ask you to teach them about. Odds are that there are other people who are looking to upskill in your particular area of expertise, and who will pay you to learn. Start by creating a short course based on your know-how, because this is the first step in quantifying your unique skill set as a resource to generate the passive income you crave. Using an example, say you're a fisherman. Not only that, you're so good it's like you talk them into your catch bag. You know exactly which rods, reels, and line to buy, the lures and bait to use, and where to fish. People will pay good money to fast-track their quest to landing that fish of a lifetime. Just like YouTube, once you spend the effort to put together your knowledge in an appealing and easy-to-understand way, that's it. It will keep making money over time as people continue to purchase that course. Number 5. What do you recommend? We already hinted at it earlier, but there is some fat cash to be made by recommending products, so long as you're using affiliate links to get paid to do it. After all, you're doing it for free anyways, so why not earn a few bucks? Amazon Associates is perhaps the biggest affiliate marketing scheme online today, so it's definitely worth signing up. The beauty is that you're given your own unique links to products that you can pop into those YouTube descriptions that do two things. Firstly, should a viewer click your link and decide to buy that product, Amazon gives you a share of the sales price as a commission, a thank you for helping them make that sale. Depending on the product, you'll get between 1% and 10% of the final sale price, which isn't bad for doing absolutely nothing. But it gets better. If that same customer makes any other purchase during the next 24-hour period, or places an item in their cart during that time and pays for it within the next 89 days, you'll also get a commission on that too, even if it has nothing at all to do with your initial product that was linked. Going back to that fishing example, the game plan would be to link every single piece of equipment featured during your YouTube video in the descriptions, so the viewer has an easy resource to go buy items you've recommended. Number 6. Build an app. So this idea can be a little daunting, but you don't necessarily have to be a mobile coder or software developer to pull it off. In fact, if you have a cell phone, you're basically already dealing in UX. Let me explain. The best apps weren't invented by tech gurus. They were thought up by an average person who discovered a gap in the market. An everyday person who noticed that there was a whole untapped gaming niche or a whole user base screaming out for automation and decided to do something about it. They saw things from a user perspective and designed how the app should look and function as opposed to writing the code underneath. So, once you have this game-changing app idea, you need to employ the know-how to build it. Freelance boards are full of hungry developers who can quote you to build your app from the ground up. From there, it's a matter of getting it approved by the various app stores, and you're in business. And when I say business, I mean it's literally set and forget. The work has been done, and after App Store commissions, every cent of every app download will end up in your pocket. Remember the game Angry Birds? At its peak, the app owner was making up to $50,000 a day in advertising and in-app purchases, all while he studied for exams. Number 7. Print on demand. Print on demand is a similar business model to drop shipping, but with a twist. You start off by creating your own online e-commerce store through Shopify or similar, and then you find a print-on-demand supplier. Print-on-demand suppliers sell a vast array of blank products such as t-shirts, phone cases, mugs, pillowcases, wall art, baseball caps, and many more. So, what is the twist? Creativity. Instead of selling generic products, you work with a supplier to design your own custom products, and then when someone places an order through your store, they will print your unique design on their blank product and then ship the final product to the customer. This means you can create original, niche products and build your own brand, giving you a way to manufacture and ship your own products without having to deal with that side of things yourself. You can leave that to the professionals, which will give you more time to market yourself, build your brand, attract customers, and create new designs. Number 8. For the old-fashioned. So, what if you don't want to do any of these things, or you simply can't be bothered? For the old-fashioned, time-poor, or extremely lazy, we have a few other options covered provided you have some assets. Listing your entire home or even just a room online through Airbnb is a simple way to raise passive income on an asset you already own. Airbnb is an online rental website where instead of booking a hotel, People request a lodging at someone else's home or property. You can list it to be available whenever you want and as often as you want, for instance, when you're out of town or away on holidays. The big upside is that Airbnb will guarantee up to $1 million liability in the case that any property damage is caused by rowdy guests. Similarly, there are other sharing apps like Car Next Door where, you guessed it, you can rent your car out to share with other users for a fee. This is perfect for times of the day or night when you're not driving or are away on holidays. Car Next Door screens all drivers and covers your car with their own comprehensive insurance in case of an accident, while you have full control on when you want to rent your car out, an asset we often take for granted. Have you explored any of these streams of passive income? Let us know in the comments. Has the global pandemic turned you from a home run hitter to slicing foul balls into the crowd between first base and the home plate? Or do you want to use your evening and weekend free time to make money, instead of staring at the idiot box in your living room? In today's video, we'll go through how you can make money online from the comfort of your own home. When it comes to the side hustle and generating income from home, becoming a content creator, dropshipping over Shopify, producing your own ebooks, and becoming an affiliate marketer have been done to death. For this video, we'll be focusing on other ways to generate an active income that are a little bit further afield and that hopefully you're yet to hear about. All you need is a computer, a bit of initiative, and knowing what you're good at, and you're good to go. So do us a favor and try some of these out in your spare time. Number 1. Teaching English. Teaching English to foreign students from places like China via webcam is absolutely something you can do for some spare change, and doesn't even mean you have to be fluent in their native language. We have to note though, out of all of our entries, this is the only one to have any real requirements. Generally, 4 years of tertiary education in any major, plus 2 years of teaching experience. A mother who has helped her children with their homework ticks this experience box, and there is no need to prepare lessons as the curriculum is provided to you by portals such as VIP Kids or OutSchool. Number 2. Blog post writer. Do you have a talent for the written word or the gift of the gab? Then why not consider becoming a blog post writer, where you put your literary aptitude to good use by creating content on business websites. Now, these companies may not have the time or the know-how in order to effectively maintain and populate their home pages, and are willing to pay good money to hire people to do so. Try approaching a few local businesses if you notice their websites need a little TLC, or alternatively, advertise your services on a platform like Fiverr or Upwork. Number 3. Virtual assistant. You've heard of a personal assistant, right? Otherwise known as a PA. Well, just like there's a need for this type of role in the real world, there's also a need in the digital world in the form of a virtual assistant or VA. The premise is the same. You get paid for doing day-to-day tasks like scheduling appointments for people who don't have the time to do it themselves. Only in the digital space, this also extends out to things like inputting data in Excel spreadsheets, running company email inquiries, and even something like monitoring social media and reporting back with what's currently trending. Number 4. Social media manager. This is a good segue into the next item on our list, the social media manager. Now, you may take your Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter prowess for granted, but not everyone's a millennial. And there are plenty of companies out there with next to no presence on social media. Why not get paid for your expertise and at the same time expand a company's market reach and the exposure of their offered product or service in the social media space? Where this can become really lucrative is that only a relatively small amount of your day needs to be set aside for running a client's socials. So theoretically, you can use an app like Sprout Social to line up a couple weeks worth of posts as a batch and then post them daily, meaning even less work on your part. Number 5. Editor for YouTubers. This may or may not come as a shock, but not everyone who creates dynamite YouTube content necessarily has great video editing skills. If this is something you're really good at or are prepared to invest a few weeks of time into to learn, then you could be an editor for YouTubers. This one may take a little bit of time, but most YouTubers have an email listed in the About section of their channel to get to emailing, spruiking your worth, and how you can save them hours of editing time by going through their raw footage, cutting the content into manageable segments, and including any graphics or superimposed text. The key here is to include samples of your work and perhaps offer an attractive introductory rate to get your foot into the door, with a negotiated ongoing rate after a successful trial period. Number 6. Doing voiceovers. Do you have a charismatic, unique voice that commands attention? Do you want to spend the time to be able to put on a charismatic, unique voice that commands attention? This one doesn't necessarily require you to have a nice voice and is totally an option to someone willing to put in a bit of practice. Fiverr and Upwork offer a way to advertise your voiceover services for things like YouTube videos, audiobooks, commercials, right up to and including celebrity impersonations or custom accents, if you're able to do them well. Number 7. Handmade products. This entry is a little different from the others in that it requires you to first make something in the material world and then go about selling it across the digital space. Handmade artisanal products are all the rage right now, with trendy consumers wanting to support small, aspiring artists as opposed to more commercialized and established names. Start by browsing through a site like Etsy and seeing just what people are creating to get some ideas about some things you could make yourself, working within your skill sets. This could be something as simple as making homemade candles, all the way up to and including selling one-of-a-kind prints or sculptures. The sky is the limit here, really. Number 8. Coaching. So long as someone has expertise in a certain field, there will always be people who are ready and willing to hand over their hard-earned dollars to learn at the feet of the master and emulate their successes. Coaching offers a way for you to pass on your knowledge, whether it be business-focused, health and fitness, or a hobby or pastime you're extremely passionate about. A concrete set of skills covering any topic is a valuable asset, and by selling it in the digital space and not the real world, you're able to teach potentially thousands of students instead of a dozen in a dingy room. Zoom is a great way to connect with any number of students at once over the internet. And by really selling an end goal and ensuring that many students get there as possible, you'll generate a strong word-of-mouth recommendation that will soon accrue more and more students. Number 9. Managing Facebook advertisements. Unless you're living under a rock, you will have noticed a steady and increasing trend on Facebook centered around advertisements and, in particular, targeted advertising. Managing Facebook advertisements is now a legitimate way to earn money on the side, as businesses will happily pay for sponsored content in order to spread their marketing far and wide throughout the virtual world that is social media. It's all about traffic, and just by spending a few weeks learning about how the Facebook ads process works, you'll be more than equipped to begin advertising jobs on Fiverr and Upwork, where you deliver on your promise to bring in more customers and set up the sales for that particular business. Number 10. SEO expert. What's SEO? Search engine optimization, but more importantly, it's a way to improve the rank of a website according to the terms used in something like Google or Bing. Being in the upper 5 to 10 entries of a search versus dwelling on page 6 of the additional entries will drastically increase the traffic to a website, translating into more exposure and more sales. If you're pretty technologically capable, there are heaps of free online resources and courses teaching you the basics of SEO and how to better rankings based on search terms. The only other thing to do is start approaching your local businesses or emailing those online in order to drum up some business. Include where their business ranks currently with no SEO, versus an achievable increase thanks to your newfound expertise. That's all we have time for today. Which of these housebound moneymakers has caught your attention and that you can't wait to try? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, please click on that subscribe and bell notification button as more magnificent video is on the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.